Hello guys, welcome back to Chris Poly channel. This video I want to share about how to get free dragon mount and also how to control it. Okay, to enjoy watch my video, make sure you turn on this video subtitle and also you can use timestamp that I already provide to go to target topic that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on bell notification to get any update and guide on Black Desert World. Okay, let's start this video content using any feature that I provide. Okay, previously on Black Desert Weekly News at first week February 2025, I already shared about free Dragon Mount quest from Global Lab server that I mentioned Prebis already ready to release this free Dragon Mount to our live server near future. And after 12 February 2025 maintenance update on Korea live server, surprisingly Prebis just released this free Dragon Mount that you can try it for 14 days. And this free Dragon Mount in form of event, that this event on Korea live server starting at 12 February 2025 after maintenance until 26 February 2025 before maintenance. And during this event period, same as I already show you previously, to get this free Dragon Mount quest, you can call your Black Spirit and go to quest page and go to event tab. And during this event period, Black Spirit will offer you this quest, Event to the Sky Dashwing, that you can finish this quest one time per account. And after you take this quest to finish it, you just need to go to specific NPC on this location on map near Crown Castle at Balenos region. And if you report this quest to this NPC, you will get instantly this event Dashwing Calling Horn for 14 days. But be careful because this is trial mount. This Dashwing Calling Horn only available 14 days after you get it, and this timer will instantly starting after you take this item from this quest. So take aware for starting this expired date for this item. And as already mentioned on this item description, after you using this event Dashwing Calling Horn, special Dragon Mount will be summoned, and this Dragon Mount will disappear 30 seconds after you summon it if you leave it idle without mounting it. And sadly, when you riding this Dashwing will consume its HP, and when this Dashwing HP getting too low, you will automatically dismount from this Dragon Mount. And Prebis already mentioned on this item description, if you flying with higher altitude and also flying over the sea, this will consume greater HP for your Dashwing. And you cannot use this event Dashwing Calling Horn on certain region because this Dashwing will automatically vanish during certain content such as Not War. And this Dashwing will disappear if you go in water while mount it. And after you use this event Dashwing Calling Horn, this item will have cooldown 3 minutes after you get it. Okay, let's use this item. And as you can see, after I use this item, this Dashwing Dragon will summon it, and you can mount this Dragon Mount directly. And after you mount this Dragon, you will automatically ascend to the top, and you can start to control this Dragon Mount. And to control this Dragon Mount is very easy. You can use your movement button by pressing W and S to move forward and backward, and also press A and D to change its dragon direction while moving. And you also can dash in the air by pressing W and Shift, but this will consume your dragon HP with greater amount. And then you also can rise its altitude by pressing E continuously, but the highest altitude that you can achieve is depend on terrain below your position. So if you mount this Dragon Mount from the highest area of Black Desert, you also will get higher altitude based on your location. For example, if I mount this Dragon Mount on peak area at Mountain of Eternal Winter, I can achieve the highest altitude on Black Desert, as you can see on this view. And you also can lower its altitude by pressing Q to descend to the ground. But don't worry, even you descend to the lowest area, even you touch land, when mounting this Dragon Mount, your character will not dismount from your dragon. But be careful, if you touch any water on the sea or any lake, this Dragon Mount will drowning, and you will dismount this Dragon Mount automatically. And you can dismount from this Dragon Mount by pressing Shift R, and your character will jumping from this Dragon Mount instantly. But don't worry, when you dismount from this Dragon Mount, your character will get special buff to immune from falling damage by 100% for 30 seconds. So during this buff active, you cannot get falling damage at all. But be careful if you dismount from this Dragon Mount from the highest altitude, For example, as you can see, when I try this Dragon Mount on the highest altitude from Mountain of Eternal Winter, surprisingly I just falling to the ground more than 30 seconds, so this buff immune to falling damage or the gun from my character, and when my character landing to the ground, my character just instantly die. So be careful about this issue. And by using this Dragon Mount, you also can roaming across the sea. And when I try to flying from Velia to Aquila Island, as you can see my Dragon Mount just consumed by 75%. So don't worry, even you can flying using this Dragon Mount with limited time, but limited time when you flying using this Dragon Mount is very long. And you can go to Aquila Island from Velia City using this Dragon Mount if you want it. And if you asking how speedy this Dragon Mount when flying, when I try on Korea Live server, actually this Dragon Mount is more faster than Karak Valor, but take notice, I didn't know how much speed this Karak Valor that I found on Korea Live server. But at least from this information, you can know if this Dragon Mount is flying more faster than Karak ship. Okay, I think that's all any information that I want to share about how to get this free trial Dragon Mount and also how to control it. But sadly, this free Dragon Mount cannot do Fire Breath because you cannot do any offensive skill from this Dustwing Dragon Mount. And sadly, when I record this video from Korea Live server after 12 February 2025 maintenance update, to obtain this Dragon Mount permanently, Prebi still not release this information yet. And just stay tuned on Chris Poly channel, for sure I will update this information in future how to get this permanent Dragon Mount that Prebis will release in future. And I hope Prebis make this Dragon Mount to become available for everyone on Black Desert, not only for some people who love PvP only. And for the rest of this video, I just want to share about my footage when flying using this Dragon Mount, either roaming across the sea and also roaming from the highest altitude from Mountain of Eternal Winter. And special thanks to all my membership for direct support via Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. And also my current member, Dubiadut, Doki, Ayrton, Snot, Soren, Afrilka, Elfamilia, Zenkyun, Spacebar Jazz as Gold member. And also for all my silver and bronze member, thank you so much for all your direct support. This will make Chris Poly channel running and growing more faster. If you want to support me directly, I will very grateful. And as special thanks, I will put your name on my video depend on your support level. And be noticed at some level there are have some limit, so make sure you didn't get run out for this limited space. And I will put your name on every subsequent video that I release for the duration of your support. And if you want to join my membership to support me directly, you can go to any platform for Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. I already put link for this membership on this video description, or you can check on top right of this video. I already put card for Patreon link. Okay guys, that's all how to get free Dragon Mount and how to control it. Hope all this information can be useful for you. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe to my channel for another guide and update. Thank you for watching. See you next time.